Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to see you here. In this video, I'm going to show you the basics of using T.O.O.L mod. I am not a professional myself in any way, but I have been using it for a couple months and I do know quite a bit. So I hope that I can help you and I hope that you'll enjoy it. So first things first, before we do anything, you want to make sure that you have your bb.moveObjects turned on. That way you can have placement and you can build your walls and your windows, whatever. So you should see this little menu up there. Once you have that, we're going to come down here and we're going to build a wall that's kind of parallel to the window, if that's where you would like your window, or you can have it longer. However you want your window to be placed on the wall is how you will build your wall. So here I have mine parallel to how the window already is, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to copy my window and I'm going to put it on that wall. I'm going to make sure that everything's facing the right way. Some windows, they'll be facing the wrong way. So now that it's even, we're going to go into our T.O.O.L mod. So you're going to click Shift-T, and it's going to open your T.O.O.L menu. Now on your screen it might pop up in the middle, but for me it's on the left. But you can adjust it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to click on the window you want to delete. You're going to go down here to Game Up to More Options and Delete Group. And now your window is gone. Now what you're going to do is you're going to select on your window. And you can use the grid, but I personally do not like to use it because it can be very annoying. And this one's diagonal for some reason, and I'm not sure why. So we're going to go onto the outside of the building, and we're going to find our center. So where the center of the window is, we're going to find that on the outside wall. So right now I'm just taking a minute to look. Once you find your center, for me it's that line right there. You're just going to click it. And now your window is on the wall. Now keep in mind you cannot move things while in T.O.O.L mode. So you will have to select your window to deselect it. And then exit out. So you just press Shift-T again. You can exit out and then we can delete this wall. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on the window again. We're going to open our T.O.O.L mod. We're going to press T to go to top view. So while I have the window selected, hold Alt and click. The further you click away, the more it will move. The closer you click, the smaller increments that it'll move. If you go too far, it's okay. You can always undo it. So I think that's a pretty good adjustment for my window here. So now we're going to do the other window. I'm just going to speed this one up a little bit. Alrighty, so another issue can be that when you're moving the windows, sometimes you have this gap at the bottom and you can't just quite get it to place all the way down there. So we're going to open our T.O.O.L extension, we're going to click on our window, and we're going to go down to where it says Elevate. We're going to select that, and we're going to type in decimals. So negative for smaller, no negatives for bigger, just a number. So for this one, we're going to do negative 0.10. It wasn't quite enough, so we're going to repeat that, negative 0.05. Alrighty, let's move on to our doors. So you just want to make sure you know where you want them. It makes it easier. So it's better to place a door once you already have your floor plan in the apartment. But yeah, so anyways, we're going to open our T.O.O.L extension. Click on the default door that's already there. And you're going to delete it. The same as with the windows. Now you're going to build your wall exactly where you want your door. So I want mine to be kind of like, you know, to the right, all the buildings to be on the left. So I'm just going to build a wall there, and I'm going to replace it with a double door. The default apartments are single doors. You can move it further back if you need more room to see. You know, it really doesn't matter where you have it. So I'm just going to select a couple of random double doors. I'm going to put those there. And just like what we did with the windows, so we're going to go back into T.O.O.L mod. Make sure that we line it up. We'll get there in a second. So we're going to click on the doors. And like we did with the window, you want to find your middle. If you want to even, that is. So I'm going to look for the middle, find out where it goes right there. So for me, it's right there on this little line. You're going to click it. You want to make sure you have it as close to the bottom as possible. So now once your door is placed, you can exit the extension and then you can delete the walls. Remember, you hold Alt and you tap. So the further away you tap, the further the door will move. The closer you tap, the less the door will move. So I like to have it even with the walls. So I prefer to not see anything on either side. So the door is floating a little bit, so we need to lower that. So just like with the window, we're going to click on it, and we're going to click elevate. And so the door is floating a little bit, so we need to lower that. So just like with the window, we're going to click on it, and we're going to click elevate, and we're going to lower them. So I'm just going to speed this up real quick. Alright, and once you're done adjusting, there's some very important things that you want to know to make sure that it is functional. You see how you can see the hallway? If you can see the hallway outside, then the door is functional. Your Sims will be able to walk through it both ways. It's always good to check both ways just to make sure. I'm just trying to, yeah. So, see here, you can't, once you click on it, you can't see through, like, you can't see the hallway. Your Sims will not be able to walk through it. It's just going to be an inanimate object. So, you just want to make sure that it is perfectly against the wall, and if you accidentally move it, remember you can just undo. Just make sure you always double check, because sometimes you can slightly move something on accident and also okay, now I'm going to show you how to rotate paintings or any other, honestly you can rotate anything, but I'm going to use paintings for the example. So with this one we have a longer one. Let's say that we want it to be turned and have it upside down, or like have it portrait mode instead of landscape. So you're going to click on the painting and you're going to go to where it says rotate, and there's going to be a bunch of different things to use. So this one's going to rotate it, like it'll flip it around, so like if you want the back of it, this one will show you the back. And then if you go to this one's what's going to actually rotate it if I want to make it go into portrait mode. So once you know your decimals, you type them in. So like for this one, I'm going to type in 90, and that's going to make it perfectly up and down. In order to move it, you can click anywhere on the wall. It looks good, that's where I want it. Now I can go in, and to show you that you can't move it while it's like that, you have to move it with the tool mod, otherwise it'll reset back to its default. Even if you copy and paste it, it'll reset. So if you want to move it, you do need to go back into your tool extension mod. And now we're going to elevate it. That's one. It's pretty high up. We can make it lower, we can make it higher, however you want to do it. And now last but not least, I'm going to show you how to scale. So sometimes these go too big or too small when you use your bracket keys. Sometimes you just want them to be in the middle. That's too much or it's too little. So you're going to click on it in your tool extension, and then you're going to click on it that says scale. This one is a default of 1. So to go positive, you type 1.25. To go negative, you're not going to use negatives, but rather you're going to use a 0 point. So if you watch here, if I want to go smaller, I'm going to put 0 point and my number, and that will make it go smaller. I'm not quite sure how big or how small they can really go, but this is very handy to have. Especially with the decimals, you can have the perfect sizing anywhere that you want it, and it's really nice. Alrighty, well, that concludes this tutorial for now. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this helped you. I know that it really helped me a lot as well when I watch videos, and I just wanted to do another one that was more in depth with the rotate and the scale as well, rather than just how to place the windows. So anyways, if you enjoyed my content, thank you. Have a like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day and or night, lovelies.